Well, hello YouTubers. It's been a while since I've done a video. We got tons of stuff going on, so I thought I'd do a little update here. Okay, and this is all music related. First thing, I got a new studio chair. Right? It's not the greatest, though, and I'll probably soon be replacing it. I'm afraid the old one, after years and years, finally kicked the bucket, and it's on its way to a landfill right now, sadly. But boy, I had that chair for years and years and years. So I got a new studio chair, well, sort of new, and it's okay. It's not the greatest. Eventually I'll get another chair, but okay. Second of all, I've done something horrible, something pitiful. If you've been following the channel and subscribing, which you should, to keep abreast of all of this projects, unfortunately, the crate cabinet with the Fender design Celestion speaker, well, unfortunately I blew it up, and so it kind of died, I'm afraid. And it died a horrible death because of started to smoke, if you can believe it. And the way this came about is I had gotten an old vintage Univox head, right? And unfortunately it was having problems, and I had plugged it into channel 2, and I guess it was throwing out some voltages I was unaware of, and when I plugged in the cabinet, blew up. Terrible. Just terrible. So I was heartbroken, of course, but there's nothing you can do. I mean, you live, you learn, whatever. I ended up selling that head, you know, and I hope that the person who bought it is going to fix it up to like new. It's from the 70s. But for me, unfortunately, it blew up a speaker. And I had just gotten that speaker, darn it. But it's okay. Because I had a mystery speaker, and I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I replaced the speaker, and the results are quite fantastic. So I guess let's talk about videos I plan to make soon. One, of course, the mystery speaker in the crate cabinet. Okay, and I got surprising results from that. So we'll go over that for sure. Second, acquisition of a 100-watt classic tube amp, 2x12 combo. I don't want to give away what it is, but I'll give you a hint. We're talking Ralph Macchio, Steve Vai, right? That's a hint. And the company, or at least in the form it was, no longer exists. That's the hint. So we'll go over that too. Then I have a big 2x12 cabinet I have to do a video on. and it's kind of an orange clone, and I think it's made by a local builder, believe it or not. And it's got some warehouse speakers in it, and it's unreal, really amazing. Let me think what else. Yes, the saga of the Black Star HT20 head. So we'll definitely do a video on that as well. Okay, beyond that, trying to think of what else. Oh yes, we've got another cabinet, and this one is quite impressive. It's got a Weber speaker in it. Okay, and beyond that, so what's been taking up all my time? Well, unfortunately, remember I was revamping my little studio room, and really kind of, ran out of room, really. Having to pack all these amps and things made it quite cumbersome. It's still my main studio room. However, in the meantime, I'm in the process of opening Studio B. Studio B home studio. Pretty silly. Basically, arranging my living room to also be a studio room. And this is involved replacing a couch, that I've had for years. That's also on its way to the landfill. So I replaced the couch and that kind of thing. And just setting that room up and things. It'll be nice because I'll be able to do some videos in there. And, it's twice as large as this room. So chances are good, like the big cabinets and things, 2x12 cabinets and so on, will be in that room. Just because it's larger, including the 100-watt tube amp, which is quite something. And that's a whole other story as well. And there's a question of some Black Star speakers, a pair of Black Star Celestion 7080 speakers. And we'll get into all that as well. I'm sure there's some stuff I'm forgetting. Yes, I should probably do a video on the Motu Audio Express and my experience trying to get them to work with Dell laptops. Including responses from the company. So in any case, so these are things coming soon. Right now I've got to fix a jack on a guitar, input jack as usual. I don't know why they're so flimsy. For whatever reason, they just don't last for me. So I'll probably have to resolder that, and then just replacing a string on a guitar, but it's not just any replacement string. It's on the what is it called? The bootlegger, right? The bootlegger guitar. as it's fondly referred to. It's a little bit more complicated because you've got to use you can't just use a screwdriver and things. You've got to use an Allen wrench, I think. In any case, so there's stuff to do. And just going through gear. I basically sold a Line 6 Spider 2 head, big head. In fact, pretty much replaced it with a VHT cabinet with a Weber speaker, and it's an Alnico magnet speaker, right? Compared to the normal ceramic speakers. Quite interesting as well, results. So we'll get into all that, shortly. Alright, so there's a little update. Should be quite interesting. I've got to finish up this room and the studio room, which is really my living room. I'll call it Studio B, but it'll still look like a living room just with a few amps in it. That's it. Alright, very good. See you next time. Bye.